What's going on, everybody? Welcome in, and we're gonna start going back to some like traditional Thirsty Thursday stuff, and where I take a live stream and take the opportunity to, help everybody get to know somebody a little bit better. Um, Most of the folks that I've had come through here over the years, I've gotten fairly close with and know pretty well. And tonight is going to be Jeff from Dropped and Forgotten, and we're gonna have a nice chit chat tonight. Everybody's gonna learn a little bit more about Jeff if you didn't already know it, and then we're gonna do a little special GAW at the end of the day, maybe two. So be sure to hang out for that. I'm gonna grab Jeff. I'm gonna bring him up, and then we're gonna go through and say hi to those of you that are in the chat already today, and then we're gonna have some fun tonight. So if you've got anything drummed up that you want to ask Jeff about, please get it ready. Tag me in the chat so that I can see it. But everybody, welcome my good friend, Mr. Jeff.
Hey Shane,
there he is. How are you doing today, bud?
Oh, not bad.
Not bad. Let's blow through some chat here really fast and see how this is going to work out, and then we'll just get down to getting lost in conversation. Brian was in early today, hashtag Thirsty Thursday. Everybody be sure, if you got the opportunity and it doesn't bother you so much, hit that share button. We're going to share out Jeff today. It Dropped and Forgotten as well, so post the link in the chat. And at some point today, we're gonna talk a little bit about Dave Winkler Engraving on Facebook. So kind of get that guy looked up and do him a solid and give him a follow as well.
Hello, chat.
Mystic Librarian is in the chat early. Thank you, sir. J. Paul. And J. Paul says there's like 2 Ohio River histories and 2 OR8 Shorts live streams. So let me fill you guys in on what's happening there. So we are running on the vertical and the horizontal at the same time through both of my channels. So there are technically 4 lives out there right now. If you guys are interested, if you come through on the vertical and chat it up, that's great. Looking to meet new folks that are interested in treasure hunting and community. And then if not, if you want to come over to the horizontal and hang out with the core audience, that's great too. I'm going to try to monitor the chat as best as possible, so don't grief me too bad. I'm working it out. StreamYard is allowing me to do that, so we'll kick that into high gear. Torchy says hashtag Thirsty Thursdays, and definitely hit the thumbs up and hit that share button. It is free. Kevin's in here from Lakeland, Florida. Thank you, sir. Randy's out in Virginia this week, detecting tomorrow. I'll be in and out tonight. Man, I can't wait to see what you find, Randy. Come on back to Monday Digs with your finds, because we'll be glad to have you.
He's got his daughter with him too.
Lil Relics is hanging out. That's cool, man. I would, that we were talking about that recently, and my kids don't have the knack to want to detect. My daughter likes to magnet fish, but I would love to take my kids out. I mean, and that's something I was going to ask you. Do you have kids that are interested in the hobby?
Look at me, Shane. I'm old. No, my son, he works every day. He's 30 some years old. So yeah, we go to concerts, things like that. Just like you did with your this summer. I think you were at a concert.
Yeah, my daughter, she's 29. So, but yeah, we still hit the rock festivals together. And, we don't get to go out and metal detect together in that aspect, but we do the sports channel together. So I guess I get to spend a lot of time with my kid.
I would have never guessed 29.
She doesn't look it, does she? She looks like 14.
Yeah, I thought so.
Yeah, that means I'm a little bit older too then. Iron Antler's in the chat. Oh man, you guys, the Iron Antler crew had a great hunt. I'm sure some of you saw it on Facebook. but when that video comes out, it's going to be phenomenal. Be sure to check out James and Risha. I couldn't believe the finds that they had. What a great day. And then there's Miss Grandma Kelly in the chat. Everybody needs another grandma to love. And so make it Grandma Kelly. She's awesome. Rick, I see that Angie let you out of the trunk today. I was a little worried about you earlier, sir, but it's good to have you.
How's it going, Rick?
I bust on his wife. I think they torture him. I'm not positive. Ringo and Czar in the chat. Hello. There's my other channel. If you want to go over there and smash a like too, that's cool. Appreciate it. Either way it goes, that's fine. Going down faster here. Let's go to see Andrew is in. Hey, look at that. He's in Bolivar, Missouri. How far from you is that, Jeff?
I've never heard of it, so I'm not sure. I'd have to look it up. I'm in Omaha.
You're in Omaha, Nebraska. I got you.
Maybe,
but you're not that far from Ed, though, right? You're a couple hours from Ed.
About 2.5. Kansas, down in the Kansas area is about 2.5 hours.
Got it. Let's see. Miss Kelly, good to see you, my dear. Bear Magnetics is in the chat. What's up, Chris? Nice to see you. I always say that he's very, very lucky because he's won both a magnet and a metal detector in here. So, Hunter Busher, what's going on? Thank you. There's Miss Angie. Big chicken. Why am I a chicken?
Hello, Angie.
Angie's on Tuesday nights at 8 o'clock, just before Papa Rouse. My good friend here, Robinson Exotic Reptiles, dude has some amazing ball pythons. If you guys, anybody's interested, please drop me an email and I will get you in contact with Robinson. Bro's got some really nice snakes.
How you doing, Robinson?
And he's not that far down the road from me too. I'm gonna go see. He just had another clutch hatch, and I used to be a reptile guy back in the day, so I'm really curious. Silver Wishes, what's up?
I don't like snakes.
I think they're ones that are in the wild and ones that are poisonous that I don't see first. They can get you a little bit, but some of these exotic ball pythons and stuff like that, even some of the smaller ones, they're kind of personable. I mean, they're really cool pets. Let's see what else we got here. What is up, Cubot? Hey, I am going to be on my vacation. Look for an email for me. I'm still going to try to make it down your way. I did get a chance to do a little research on your property. Beautiful 1930s property that you got. I look forward to talking to you again. Thank you for the invite. And speaking of detectors, there's Hi Ho Silver. Mr. Ed is in the chat today. Hopefully he's doing well.
What's up, Ed?
You got a chance to hunt with Ed yet?
No, we've been working on that. I need to just pick a day here before the snow flies and get down there and visit with them, have lunch and have a day of detecting.
I think that would be a really nice day because, I've spent a lot of time talking to both you and Ed, and you guys seem like you're both so personable. A day hanging out at the diner, getting some food and going out and digging some holes. And you both seem to be pretty good at getting permission. So it might be a match made in heaven,
Yeah, I hope so. I'm excited.
Adam, how are you doing, sir? AEW Main Treasure Adventures. It has been a while. Hopefully you're doing well. I haven't dropped you any texts here lately. It's good to see you. Hopefully we'll see you back on Mondays sometime soon, my friend.
Yeah, it is good to see you.
Miss Colleen, Lucky Duck Digger.
Hello, Colleen.
We're going to get through here a little bit. There we got somebody from the vertical side. Welcome.
Drippy.
Yeah, like I said, I should have put my glasses on today so I could read. But yeah, let's go a little faster here so we can get down to the bottom. Are you two still married? See, married. That's my concert. That's my daughter, East Boston. It's okay. I don't want to be anybody that does come across any of the crazy vertical chat. If it gets a little out of hand, you can shut people down too. Mr. Tully's in the chat. What's up? Johnny Small Pepper. Hey, JSP, how are you doing, sir? Johnny Small Pepper is on in the afternoons here on the East Coast, usually right around that 5 o'clock hour. You know, his Pepper Posse is what I'm going to call it from now on. That group, including Miss Nez and Pappy the Pod Destroyer and Dan, those guys are flipping awesome. They put on a great show for 45 minutes to an hour. If I get home in time, I like to watch. But Johnny Small Pepper is definitely a unique guy, has a great channel, and is tremendous for our community. Have you ever gone over there and watched them eat them hot peppers?
No, I haven't. I'm going to have to give that a peek here. 4 o'clock Omaha time, so.
Yeah, I'd say it's on at a weird time. I'm usually in transit somewhere. But it's definitely worth watching, and the personalities are great, especially with Miss Nez coming on there and kind of just keeping them boys in line. It's a good time. Opalon, welcome. Miss Amethyst, how are you doing, my dear? Nice to see you. I saw you in the comments the other day. Thank you for stopping in. You've been missed. That brings another couple questions up that I got that I didn't. You know, bro, I did. I watched the hatchlings, bro, and they're I've never seen that before. So you got a really good thing going there. I might post one. I might show one of those in here if I have time today, and let everybody kind of see them hatchlings sticking their head out of those eggs. It's flipping cool, man. Marty, what's up? Nice to see you. I'm gonna scroll a little faster because I don't want to be in here too chatting too long, trying to get caught up. All right, there's these 227. That's Uncle Dave.
Uncle Dave.
Miss Torchy's back. Thank you for the share, Torchy. I appreciate that. Share it out, folks. Share it out. Sub dropped and forgotten. And go over to Facebook and look up Dave Winkler Engraving. Those are the 3 things you need to do today. Medical detector is Sam.
Hey, Sam.
Another super nice guy, somebody I would like to hang out with. There's a lot of folks in here I'd like to hang out with.
Yeah, that's a good bunch of people.
Yeah, I say it all the time that this crowd that I get on Thursday, it's a little different than everybody else's crowd, but everybody's pretty awesome. It's a no BS environment, so I love that. Everybody has that moderator status, but most of them that have it have earned it, and nothing goes wrong in here. What's up, Ellsworth? Nice to see you. Speaking of very positive members of the community, Papa Rouse.
Hi, Bill.
Always hits that share button, man. Every time people hit that share button, that is the one thing that's free that everybody can do. Let's go a little faster here. I want to get to the bottom. That was supposed to be Jeff. Alan Pearson, your friend?
I'd hate to say. I'm put on the spot now. I'm not sure. Maybe a different Jeff. I don't recognize.
Oh, speaking of which, we're going to talk about that, Alan. Thank you so much. Jeff is retired Air Force, and we did just celebrate Veterans Day. Hey, Jeff, thank you for your service. Appreciate you, man, and all of the awesome servicemen out there. Definitely, we're going to pay homage to our military tonight because, without the military, they protect our freedoms and let us go out and dig holes, right? And so every one of those men and women that serve, They need our utmost respect for the job that they do.
Thank you, Alan. Appreciate that.
Thank you, Alan. By the way, Expressions of the Outdoors. Happy Thursday, and there's a ghost in the freezer. Listen, Wayne, that'll never not be funny. I'm glad that we got that immortalized into a short on the gaming channel. But him and I had a great interaction playing a video game the other night. Ended up super funny, but it's all about cold temperatures.
Sounds like
to be there.
Sounds like an idea for a T-shirt.
Yeah, it could be. I'm gonna get down here to the bottom here. 5 Mile is in here.
5 Mile. How's it going?
I understand it now, Alan. I thought maybe you might have been one of his friends, but you were just recognizing that he was a serviceman and hitting it. And we do appreciate your comment. FL Thunder Digging with Rob's in the chat. Thank you, sir. Much appreciated.
How's it going, Rob?
Face the Ace, hello. AEW says we're all friends here. Yes, sir. Relic Rat in the chat. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I'm going to get down here just a little faster. Riddles is still hanging out. Ed went metal detecting today. I wish I would have got out today. And I want to get to the bottom here. I think I'm almost there. Yes, I am. All right. Silver Wishes, Rob, Hi-Ho Silver. Thank you guys all very much. Today's going to be kind of cool. So today, Jeff and I are going to BS for a good bit. And then we are going to have a special giveaway at the end of the night. Here in a minute, I'll let him show you and tell you a little bit about that. Keep in mind that we're running on both vertical and horizontal today. So any place that you can smash the like, please do so. And I definitely appreciate you all. Jeff.
Same here. Appreciate you.
The last time. So, you know what, since it is Veterans Day just passed, why don't you tell everybody a little bit about your service history and what you did and where you come from?
Okay, I'm going to try to make this snappy because I'm a talker. So back in 1986, joined the Air Force, headed down to basic training, went to Shepherd Air Force Base for aircraft maintenance training. And then my first assignment was Minot, North Dakota. And that's where I met my lovely wife. And that's where my son, Joshua, was conceived. And so Minot's kind of special. But the saying in Minot, at Minot Air Force Base was, freezing is the reason. So I guess it would start out as, why not Minot? And then we would come back and say, freezing is the reason. But yeah, that place was kind of cool. I was very blessed to start my career there. There were some awesome people that set me in the right direction in the maintenance field, and really kind of molded my groomed me to be the mechanic I was throughout the Air Force. Then for Minot, I did hate that cold weather, so I tried everything. Believe it or not, I had 4 assignments to Hawaii, and they all got canceled. Like every week I was getting an assignment, it would be to Hawaii. I think they were playing a nasty joke on me. But I ended up getting an assignment. It was really a cool assignment. And I went to NATO. I lived in Germany and worked for NATO on the NATO AWACS, was maintenance. I had about 13 different nationalities that I worked with. So we were side by side on the flight line, wrenching on aircraft, getting the mission done. And that was the time I was over there during Yugoslavia. Sometimes I don't say words right, but you know what I'm saying. Anyways, so yeah, that was really cool living in there. I got to live on the economy. There was Air Force Base was probably 2 hours away, the nearest Air Force Base. And then my daughter was born there, and she was actually born. We lived like where we were where my housing was. It was right near the Belgian border. I had lived in Germany, and we were right on the Netherlands border. We were told that the Netherlands hospitals were a lot better, and So we end up taking our daughter over there, and that's where she was born at. So she was actually a dual citizen. Um, and then from there, I got orders to Eltis, Oklahoma, and they were closing that base down. When they got there, they're like, "Why'd they send you here?" And I was like, "I don't know, but I'm here." And so I stayed there for about 18 months, and then I got shipped up to Offutt Air Force Base. And that was in 1996. I spent all the way to 2009 at Offutt Air Force Base, and I made a senior master sergeant, and they thought in their best wisdom to go down to Alabama as an active duty person, integrate with the Air National Guard, and create this joint unit between the Guard and the active duty Air Force. So I was the head maintenance guy. I was under a flying wing, and that would be another sick joke, but I don't want to take up too much time because being aircraft maintenance, you're always butting heads with the pilot, whether it's over maintenance issues or when I started putting on a few stripes, it was always with scheduling aircraft. They always want to fly, and sometimes jets need to take a rest, and they didn't like to hear about that. So I was like, this is another sick joke the Air Force is playing on me, send me to a flying wing with my commander as a flyer. So anyways, integrated down there. It was another great assignment. I was really blessed, met a lot of awesome people, and I was down there 3 years, and then I made my last stripe, and it was E9, Chief Master Sergeant. And I tried to get everywhere but off it. And so I tried beaches. I even tried for the special forces with the PJ out of Georgia. And they sent me back to Offutt Air Force Base. And so I got back to Offutt in 2012, ended up retiring in 2016. In 30 years, that's the longest they will let me stay in. And so I retired, and then from there I did a couple civilian jobs, owned a pizza shop, and I said, I'm retiring. I'm done.
Hell yeah. That would have switched from aircraft maintenance and the head maintenance to running a pizza shop. But you know what? Trying to keep things topic a little bit current, and this is one that's really gonna. This might be a tougher question than what you think about, but it hit me when you were saying it. I live really close to Louisville, Kentucky, and you saw the aircraft crash that happened here, and there was talking about maintenance issues, and it really got me curious, and I can't remember. I think it's a Boeing plane that crashed. What is that like? Because if you work on an airplane, what is it like creating those records to make sure that these planes are safe? Like, I know there's a lot of topic about, that some things might have got missed with that one. I mean, isn't that a very stringent process when you sign off on your maintenance work on these aircraft? I mean, for them to be so safe, I'm just curious if you have any kind of a position on how that played out.
Yeah, no, I mean, I can't really speak for the civilian world, because the Air Force and civilian are run a little bit different, but they have inspections. The bottom line is the jet's getting looked at. It isn't, just flying around every day without somebody looking at it. So they're looking at it. I never worked as a civilian. I did have my A&P license. So for the FAA, you have to have an A&P license, an aircraft and power plant license, to even touch the jet in the civilian world. And but Air Force, we went by skill level, and that determined if you were a 3 level, you didn't really do much. You were always watched. 5 level, you could do some things, sign off some inspections. 7 level was a little more complicated, the more critical tasks. And then you also was like a second signature to somebody's work. So you would go behind them and look to make sure that they followed all the instruction on putting a tire back together, things like that. And then the 9 level, he would sign ERs. You would have to be to say, you would write your name in the forms to say that the aircraft was safe to fly, that all the checks and balances were, the T's were crossed and the I's were dotted.
So every piece of maintenance done to a piece of that equipment is checked and double checked by somebody of higher rank. Is that what you're telling me?
Yeah.
And that's probably that way in civilian aircraft as well as military, I would assume, right? If it works, it works. I don't know all the details on that, but the way that the news has portrayed that, it's been kind of, that there was some things that might have been missed, and I know this investigation is going to carry out for a while. But it does say a lot how many flights are out there that land safely every day and how few crashes we actually have. Everybody wants to focus on the negative. Just one time here, like a pre-flight, just saying after a plane lands and before it takes off again, just kind of how much maintenance goes into one after they land after a long flight before they can fly again. How does that work?
Yeah. So, there's hourly inspections too. So in between that flight, it might have flew so many hours. So you might have, they call HBOs, BPOs, things like that. So those things could be done. Those are really more in depth. They take a little bit longer, but most typical aircraft, it'll land. You'll do a 2A. It's an after flight. And there's certain carded items you got to go through. You look at after flight, and then before it flies, you got to sign a pre-flight off. And so you'll go and inspect other items just to make sure, like all the accumulators, tire pressures, struts, all serviced, and then within the limits that they're supposed to be in. And then the 7 level will walk around the aircraft. They're looking for leaks or anything like that. They're looking at panels, security. They got to sign a separate inspection off for that. And then at the end, the flight line supervisor comes by in his truck, and he'll go through the forms and make sure that everything was signed off and there is no open hourly inspections or anything like that, things like that. So yeah, it's very, this is again the military side. I don't know how often that happens on the civilian side. I'm not an expert there.
Yeah, Ed wants to know, what advice would you give a young person considering the Air Force or the military in general?
Yes, I will say the Air Force because I am Air Force. And I love the Air Force almost every day. There might have been 3 days that might have been rough out of my 30 years, but no, definitely any military. It depends on what you want. So if you're going into the Marines, you're going to be more physical, right? Some of the jobs are going to be a lot different than the Air Force. More Air Force is kind of career jobs in that. Navy, if you like the water and you like traveling, hop onto the Navy, but I think every American should serve at least a couple years just so they get that training and understanding of the military and what it's about. But yeah, I definitely recommend anybody going to the military. You have to be physically fit. You test on physical fitness. You test for your stripes. You got to be a good worker, and then you got to do like community service stuff and things like that. So, and you get a free education, right? So that's a big thing. If you're in it for the education, the military is going to pay for that education, and while you're in the Air Force, right? And then after the Air Force, they have the GI Bill, and they will pay so much towards your college after that. So that'll carry over for your kids also. So those are some things to think about in the military. I have great insurance. I'm learning about, I have a lot of civilian friends, and I'm learning about how blessed I am at military on the insurance I have, especially during hard times right now for some of the civilian folks and the decisions they have to make. So health insurance, phenomenal. Even when I retire, I mean, I feel for some of the people. Even my mom, I have my mom. She has medications she buys that are crazy amount of money, and I just can't fathom it because I have never experienced that. So I feel for those people.
Yeah, and just my way of thinking is that I think we were raised differently, and I think that back when I was growing up, that it may or may not have been a good thing for everybody, but I think today more so than any other generation in history, I think it'd be a good time for most kids to go through that process just to learn the discipline and respect, because I don't think that we have that with our children as much as children and grandchildren, as much as you would like to think. The military is a great place to teach that, especially the respect side of it. Feels like everybody's just off in their own little narcissistic, self-serving world here lately. So I think that's a good thing about the military. Before we go too much further, because it's already 9:30, and I can't believe that the first half an hour has passed.
This is
I'm gonna I'm gonna pump you up full screen, and um, you're gonna show off the giveaway item, and then we'll talk about it a little bit.
okay. Where is it? Okay, tonight Shane's going to do a drawing, early Christmas from Joplin Forgotten here. I want to give a big shout out to Dave Winkler, who made this possible. He donated this to the channel and using it for a giveaway for you guys. So I thank Dave Winkler Engraving for the awesome stuff he does. He makes these awesome railroad ties, and that's just not all he makes. He makes all kinds of stuff. Check his page out, drop him a message, and see if he can do it. I think he'll give you a fair price. He's a good person, and I think it'll be very quality work. But here's the railroad tie he made up. He posted this on his picture. Yeah, you guys can see that. He posted a picture. I was like, I really like one. I want to buy it. And he goes, no, I'm going to just send it to you. So, since he gave it to me, I'm going to give it to one of you guys tonight in the chat. And I appreciate all your support. He can put anything on here if you send him the picture. I send him my Dropped and Forgotten logo. And then on this side is the train. And then I buy these off of Etsy. I support another small entrepreneur, but I buy these little holders. They're not made for it, but it's the best thing I can, because I think when you have something like this, you would want to display it. So this little holder holds it. So how cool is that? So good luck to everybody out there in chat. Okay. Is that good?
Yeah,
there you are.
So if you guys are looking for it, it's not one word. It's all separate. Dave Winkler Engraving. Put that in the chat. You must be present to win when we do the drawing, and you have 60 seconds to claim the prize, or we will draw again. That way it's nice and fair for those that hang out. Also, I would ask that you be public subscriber on both my channel and over here at Dropped and Forgotten. And just for S's and G's, because I can't keep up with it, go over on Facebook if you have an account there and follow Dave Winkler Engraving. If once you get a really close look at that railroad spike, the detail's amazing. It's really beautiful, and it's just another small guy out there trying to make a few bucks. If you have anything you'd like to order from him, that would be completely awesome. But like to show a little bit of support since Jeff's so generously decided to donate this today. but I do have a StreamYard giveaway tool going. So make sure everybody that wants to be a part of this does type in Dave Winkler Engraving, just like Hi Ho Silver has it there in the chat. And we will draw it out here in just a little while. From military to pizza, and then F it, I'm going to retire. How big a part did when you go into that world of retirement, does metal detecting play to keep your sanity? Because I know that you got to have something that you want to do, and to get out and start looking for treasure has to play a good part in keeping you healthy. How do you feel about that?
Yeah, definitely. Metal detecting. You get out there in those farm fields, or just by yourself out there in a park, wherever you may go. You're by yourself. You're listening to beeps, clicks, and bops, and you're just in your own little world, free of everything. You don't have no outside distractions. So yeah, your mental is getting cleared up just walking out there, swinging that stick, and then hopefully you come up with something really cool and save it from that dirt.
And there you go. Dave says that he's doing Christmas themed spikes as well. Hey, I appreciate you coming in tonight, Dave. I caught that chat pretty quick there. That's nice to see. I didn't know that he would be in the chat tonight. That's pretty cool, Jeff.
Yeah, that's nice. Right on, Dave. Hey, thanks for all you do, Dave.
Yeah, it's definitely really cool. Let's see. It's not Dave Winkle, Angie. It's Dave Winkler. Come on, Angie. You got to get the name right. Go over and find him on Facebook.
Help her out, Rick.
Just everybody bust on Angie for that completely. So, what is up, Jerome? Nice to see you. And you've got Dave Dave Winked Engravings. You'll get it. Dave Winkler Engravings. Man, we was talking a little bit ago, and the farm fields are kind of like, especially for us in the Midwest, I think that's kind of our last frontier. Some wood stuff, but a lot of woods have been knocked down. There's not a lot of just straight wooded areas unless you're on state land. So the farm fields have become a major portion of the last frontier of where we can go to hunt, because everybody hunts the easy stuff. They go up and they knock on the door of the historic house that has a few acres left. You're out a little bit further west than I am, and you've been really touching on the farm fields lately. How do you do your research, and how have you come up with? I think I got a good grasp on it, but tell everybody how you do your research and what are you looking for on these old maps and stuff when you go looking for new places to hunt.
Yeah, so I try to find some historical maps, the old 1800 maps, but trying to overlay and get them lined up, they don't work as well. I think what I like the best, and I've been using it a lot, is aerial maps. So I'll just pick out a spot that I want to look through, and I'll just start, and on a section of land, and I'll just start slowly scrolling through it. And I have the split frame up, and so I have 2022 on the left side, and I have most of my maps here on aerial or from 52. If I'm lucky, but mostly 55. So I'll just scroll through there. And then when this barn isn't here, or this house isn't here on the 22 map or the 25 map, but it was here in 55. Then I'll go and I'll start clicking down the dates to see when that house disappeared in that. So if it looks feasible, then I go to regrid, and I find out who owns that plot of land. And then from Regrid, it usually gives me an address and that. And then I'll either door knock that address, or if I get a phone number, sometimes people that own these farmlands are in Minnesota. I even had them all the way out in California. So sometimes it's hard to get a hold of them. And maybe if you're lucky, when harvest or planning's going on, you might catch the farmer and he might give you the green light to do it. But yeah, most of my stuff is door knocking and getting permissions like that.
Yeah, I mean, catching a farmer in the field is always the easiest point. And no, I do a lot of GIS map research, and when we're looking at places, and a lot of places that I'm really interested in getting onto to hunt, it's owned by some conglomerate that's leasing it to a farmer. And and a lot of times they're very difficult to get a hold of because you just don't know the person's name. It's behind some trust, or it's in a it's very different. But usually the farmer that leases it, if you can find them out there when they're planting or harvesting, they're a little better to talk to. And even if they don't own the land, a lot of times they will give you permission since they are currently leasing it. So farmers are always nice like that. What is how do you hunt in the wintertime? Do you go all winter long? I know I try to hunt everything, but when it gets below 30 degrees and it's wet, I kind of I draw the line there. 20 and below 20 and colder, then it's frozen. I can't chip it away. But do you try to make sure you continually hunt throughout the cold season?
Oh, did you say 20 below? Shane,
20 below 20 degrees.
Oh,
if I have to chip the ground away, I quit.
I was going to say, I ain't coming out of my house if it's 20 below. So last year, me and Troy, we'll try to extend the season as long as I can, as long as we can. And last year we went to this one field. It was late December. It might have been even into January. I can't remember. And we were only able to get maybe 2 to 3 inches off the dirt, and it was rock solid. And that's when we stopped until the thaw. But he pulled this old German coin out of there, and it's near his house. And Troy finds all the public land that like schools buy. So that's a good thing. We use this Regrid, and it'll tell us, oh, a school district owns this land. They bought this land because they plan on buying a school or something. So once the school buys it, we'll go hit that land because at one time, most likely there was a farmstead or something there. And that's what we came on here. And he's been hunting that. But Troy lives probably 35 minutes from me. He's south of me. And so to go down to his neck of the woods, sometimes it gets old. So I hunt up here by myself sometimes. But we try to hook up. Yeah. And today I was an hour south of there. So we were pretty far down. And it was just a bad day. I hope Ed had a better day than I did.
Yeah. Mr. Winkler says he's got a few spots picked out in southeast Nebraska and wants to know if you're going to do some dirt fishing with him in the spring. I think that sounds like a great idea.
Yeah.
Anytime we can collaborate with anybody else and get out and hunt, it's always a good day.
Yeah, Dave got my number. He knows how to get a hold of me. Dave, though, reason why we don't hook up as much, real short story here, how I met Dave. He was always posting on this one detector farm in Nebraska. And he would always invite, hey, you guys want to come out and hunt? I'm at the park and that. And so I hit him up one day, and I was like, hey, I'll meet you. Where are you at? And he was like 2.5 hours from me. I was like, man, if you ever get closer to Omaha, maybe we can meet in the middle or something. And then one time he reached out. He was visiting his mom in a town, and it was it was right in the middle. So met him, and then this other guy I hunt with, Ty, and we met up, and that's how I got to meet Dave Winkler. Such a great guy.
Yeah, Miss Georgianne and Miss Anna stepped into the chat today. Metal Detecting Mermaid, how are you guys tonight? Good to see you. It's such a great hobby, but some of your other hobbies, the traveling thing. I still got more questions about Africa.
Oh yeah, bring them. I survived. Remember the last time we talked, we thought I was going to be a nut. I forget who posted it, but that one guy thought, he goes, "Oh no, the kidnapping in the making." Remember that comment?
Yeah,
I did get kidnapped. The tour was phenomenal. I loved it.
So, I guess Africa is basically, except for maybe some of the cities on the coastlines or certain specific areas, is very third world, correct?
Oh yeah. It kind of broke my heart in some spots, to be honest with you, because it was just me and the tour guide. I didn't have all these other tourists with me trying. It was just me and my driver, and he would take me everywhere, and so we would be driving to places, and there would be 3-year-olds just walking on the side of all by themselves, walking on the side of the road. There'd be like 5-6-year-old, elementary kid schools carrying water. A lot of these houses don't have running water. They just have a one room. It's a one-room house, dirt floor. They have a community well in their area of homes, and I don't know, they use an outhouse or something, but I don't know where they go to the bathroom. But I was invited. I was out when I was doing the gorilla trek in Uganda. I was invited to into a home, and the guy actually wanted to bring me in for a meal and that. But I just got done eating lunch, but it was, I know we're friends on Facebook. I probably posted it on Facebook. It was a real eye opener, heartbreaking. Just to see, that, and how good we have it here in America. When you come back to realization, you're like, wow, we really do have it good.
Yeah, it's really hard to believe that in this day and age, even countries that are in third world nations, that it's still that primitive of a life, right? That some accommodations haven't been, just come up with, whether it be from their own government to produce workers. I mean, a healthy life, means you got a better worker. So you would think that there would be something to kind of help fix that problem along, but evidently, it's just about the money that the whoever runs the country has in that military, and most of the people are an afterthought. They're not thought of as valuable assets, because nobody really, in that instance, probably cares much. Yeah, I mean, so in that country. Is that in like the savannah, like where, like, or is that like jungle, or what is that?
Yeah, the part I was in Uganda was the mountain, so jungle. Yeah, I was went into the jungle, into the mountains with the mountain silverback apes.
Man, Jane Goodall, how was that?
It was awesome. I mean, I had one brush up against me just walking. These are wild apes. They're not trained. They're used to humans and their family. So I was with a family of apes. It was a male silverback, 2 females, and 2 baby. And we were right there. I could reach out and actually touch one if I wanted to. That's how close I was sitting to them. And when they would move around in that, we had guides with us. We had armed rangers with us. and they would chop the branches down so we could get in close and take our pictures and just admire nature at its fullest.
Yeah, I mean, as being a gorilla is such a powerful, being, the strength that they possess, and the head of the family, and they are very, they are very family orientated, as far as creatures go, and that's really cool. Uh, did you get a sense of their society? Did you kind of feel like it did it feel almost human the way that they interact with their family?
Uh, no, not really. I mean, I don't know. It'd be like a family out in the field, I guess, at a picnic, because they're just greens. They eat greens, and they just lounge around, eat, and the kids are running around just like a typical family, but in the female, land. But I guess if you can relate in some aspects.
I just got to imagine that like whenever you actually see the people that go out and record them, right? They seem to have a very uh almost like a society, which is, and it seems to be governed by strength, right? You have your leader, and everybody else follows what kind of goes on. But just to be with the wild animals like that, I were you at all afraid? Or I mean, was there? Yeah, I just can't imagine. Was it exciting? Was it? I don't know. Just what was the feeling being around something that that could just break your neck in a second?
Well, um, for the silverback apes, when we were in the jungle with them, for some reason I wasn't nervous, but because in my mind I'm like, okay, this happens every day. They bring people. We're only allowed to spend 1 hour with them too. And they only do it that one. They don't have like, okay, the next group's coming in for an hour. No, it don't work that way. It's like that day for an hour, and then they get no more interaction. And but you've never heard of anybody. Well, you did mention that one lady, but you never heard of anybody of getting hurt or anything. So my mind was at peace. It's like an aircraft. When I get in an aircraft, yeah, there's an accidents, but it's still the safest way to travel is by aircraft. So I don't get nervous. But no, I did. And there was a couple times though when I was with the meat eaters, like the leopard. I came across a leopard my last day, and I was going to take a picture of these hot air balloons. And my driver was like, "Oh, here, Jeff, let's drive up here." And then he drove up here, and I'm trying to take a picture. And I wind my window down in this Land Rover, and as soon as there was a leopard just sitting on the side of the road, and he's looking at me like he's probably 5 to 10 feet away from me on the side of the road. And I was like, "Hey, look right there." And the guy goes, "Holy smokes, what a perfect spot to pull up." But yeah, I was a little startled when that leopard, because he was down in the grass on the side of the road. And as soon as I wound my window down, I was taking a picture of these two hot air balloons, and this leopard stands up and looks at me, and he got into the frame, and I got a picture of him. But it was the coolest thing.
Yeah, I can't imagine. Africa seems to be like, you hit it right on the head. It's a third world country with very little as far as resources go for visiting. But at the end of the day, it still has some of the all the beautiful wildlife. There's such diversity in that area, and you can see it would be a trip of a lifetime. So that's really cool. I mean, how do you top that? I mean, what's next on your agenda for big vacations to knock off the bucket list? You gonna go like climb Kilimanjaro or what?
You know, uh, I have researched that, but so I made friends with a lot of the the guides. I had 3 different guides, and there's another guy I talked to on WhatsApp, and so I said I really want to come back. My sister wants to go, so I want to maybe plan a different trip so I can see something different, maybe a different country even. And but Kilimanjaro would be pretty cool. That's not an easy trek for a 59-year-old. So, but next year, my big trip, I'm going to England, do some metal detecting. Hopefully it works out. But there's a couple other bucket list trips I got to get to before I get back to Africa.
Yeah, metal detecting in England. Which group is putting on your trip? Which group are you with?
It's a weird name. It's Icena. Icena.
I haven't heard of that one.
I'll send you the link. It's ICNA, I think. I think that's right.
And what time of year? What time of year? You said you're going in the spring?
No. Next September. Hopefully April I get an email, and in April is when you put a deposit down and you're confirmed booking with the group. It's really hard to get over there. But I've been nagging this guy for a year or two now about, hey, get me on the list. I want to come over there. So I took the 2-week trip, and it'll be in September.
Yeah, so that's got to be. Do you know anything about the area that you're going? Have you guys been able to do any research on what you might find? What are some of the, is it Celtic? Is it Roman? What type of area are you going to go hunt in?
Yeah, to be honest with you, you could find stuff all the way back to the Bronze Age. They have pulled stuff out from the Bronze Age, so you're going to find Roman stuff, all kinds of cool stuff throughout our history. So, yeah, I'm just hoping to find some cool stuff that I can't find here in Nebraska or the U.S.
Yeah, like Celtic gold or something like that would be really nice.
I'd be happy with anything that isn't from the U.S. Whatever. If it's gold, so be it. But I don't know how the crown, they might want to keep it. I don't know. I don't know how that all works.
Yeah, it's a tricky deal over there because the Museum and Antiquities department in the country they get to look at everything, and they get to decide whether or not it belongs in a museum, and at which time, if they decide that they're going to keep it, they give you fair market value and you split it with the landowner. So I guess it could be profitable in a way if you really found something outrageously good that they wanted to keep. But I don't know, man. I was talking to Practical Ken, and he was and I guess one of his finds he got to bring home, and I thought that was really cool because they declassified it as historically relevant, and I think they let him take it home. I haven't got a chance to get the whole story from him. By the way, he's going to be doing a video for Monday Digs here coming up from his trip to England, so everybody be sure to hang out and check that out. But yeah, England's high on that bucket list because we want to go there as well. Is there any places else in the United States that you'd like to go? I know you're traveling around. So,
well, I did the Jeep thing for since 2016. I sold my Jeep this summer. It was a very heartbreak for me, and because I built this Jeep into a big rock crawler, and I would go all over the country with it, and people are nagging me to go buy another one. They send me links every time there's something for sale online. I get a link in my email from a couple different people to go look at buggies or something. So I don't know. Maybe I'll get back into it. Right now, I'm going to enjoy the metal detecting. I got an RV. Me and the wife are going to go camping and travel the U.S. and try to get in as many metal detecting. I don't like the seeded hunts. I really like the natural hunts. So that's why I do the dig stock, Bone 33. Missouri is seeded, but also it has natural. So, and I'm going to do detect the heartland too. So.
Right on. Yeah, that was Marty's question. Are you going to do Detective of the Heartland again?
Yes, sir. I met him there last year.
Yeah, I imagine hanging out with Marty would be a lot of fun.
Yeah,
I gotta
he's
say.
a good guy. He's a good guy.
Let's see. Yeah, for sure. There's a lot of people that I haven't got a chance to meet yet, but there's so many in this community that I've got to spend time with, and it's always a blast.
I can't believe how many. There's crazy amount.
I've probably dug, and I continually dig with about probably 50 people in this community that I've met and hung out with, and out of my experiences, I don't have one bad one. Right? Every one of them has been great. It's always been fun. I always have good experiences. So I guess it is what you make of it, but I've not met anybody in this community that wasn't fun to hang out with. Just while we're getting close here, and it is right at 10 o'clock, we usually don't hang out too late because I don't like to keep everybody going. But be sure, once again, to type Dave Winkler Engraving in the chat, and we're going to give that bad boy away here in just a few minutes. You must be present to win. You must chat within a minute of me saying go, or we will roll it off again in order to. And if you got the opportunity and you have the ability, go over on Facebook, give Dave Winkler a follow, check out what he has to offer. It's a great gift that he put into this, and everybody should. It looks really awesome. So I got my name in there. I'm gonna, if there's an opportunity, I want it too. But everybody, make sure you get it typed in there. David Canham, welcome to the chat. I don't know why you are. Why are you not blue? That's a weird one. Congratulate David. Just had the birth of another child. So yay, David. All right, there we go. Jim's got it correct in there. Dave Winkler Engraving. That will get you entered. I'm going to go ahead and get this thing brought up here, and we will roll this thing off here shortly. PA Patriot Dan, what's up, my brother? Nice to see you. Good to see you on the stream the other night. Definitely appreciated it. It was nice to hang out for a little bit. Hey, also, PA. Anybody else that I have missed today. And as Iron Antler says, everybody smash that thumbs up. Means a lot. It's free. If you enjoyed your time here tonight, please do so.
Right on.
Let's get this giveaway up here. I'm telling you, it's going to be a low drawing tonight.
That increases your chances, Shane.
I know, right? I'm definitely going to get over there and give him a follow. Johnny Small Pepper right there. There's the link on Facebook. Go over and give that guy a follow. He's not necessarily part of our community, but he's a metal detectorist, and he's got a great craft. So
thanks, Johnny.
All right, I'm going to get that brought up here on the share, and we will roll that thing off here shortly. All right. And it shows 24 entries in there. So 24 entries. There you go. Not everybody's hung out for the end. So that's a good thing. And we'll get to roll this bad boy off here shortly. Let's see. What's up, Jimmy? Good to see you. Thank you so much. Angie and Rick and Adam's still in the chat. Please, if you would, be sure to be a public subscriber to my channel and over to Dropped and Forgotten.
Thank you.
Yeah. I see you bouncing around. I know, Jimmy, we frequent a lot of the same places. But yeah, you're in here. I know it's more than a couple times a year, but it's good to see you. We're going to give it another minute or so, and then I'm going to draw this thing out. We have 27 entries, just over 30 still hanging out in chat. So it's a great opportunity to win one. Give you just another minute or two. And then once we do the giveaway, I'm going to drop a few other comments out there today, and then we'll wrap it up around 10:10, 10:15. It's really cool on the StreamYard on the paid version. I can see who is in the vertical chat, and I can see who is in the horizontal chat. It shows me everything. So that's really cool.
Huh.
And I will have some analytics for that. Also, anybody that's in the chat that is a member of the channel, look for some members only content coming starting at the beginning of December. Going to be putting out about 3 to 4 pieces per month of members only content, live streams, tech talk. It's going to be a different year. I'm going to tell you, StreamYard, the paid version, is made super easy. I know Restream and a couple of other places do it where they have that option. StreamYard's just got a tab. All you got to do is click one button and it's in. And somebody's hitting my phone, so I apologize. But StreamYard made it simple. Okay, I've been a paid member of StreamYard for years because I like the ease of use. So, and I will see how it. Moto, he's on Facebook. Dave Winkler Engraving, and he's in here on a different channel for YouTube, but I don't know that he has a YouTube channel per se.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Yeah, Johnny says just type into Facebook, Dave Winkler Engraving. And Bill's moved to Florida. Good job, Bill.
Sunny weather.
Get down there where it's warm. Dan says it's going to be a different year for me too. I'll probably be recovering from surgery. Yeah, listen, buddy, I'm going to tell you something I know you already know because you've been through it once, but that shoulder surgery ain't no joke. Everybody send some love Dan's way because they're going to cut on him.
Oh.
All right, folks, it's time to draw this bad boy. Good luck. Once I call it out, you got 60 seconds to get into the chat. And if not, we're going to draw it again. I'm just going to go get my timer ready to go here. And then I'm going to hit the button. So last chance, Dave Winkler Engraving, just like it says on there.
Good luck, everybody.
Yeah, good luck, man, because this is a cool prize. Once you see the intricacy of the design on the steel, you'll understand. All right, here we go. Good luck, folks. It better be me. All right, here we go. Rolling, rolling, rolling.
It better be me.
It better be me.
Hey! Congrats, Jerome.
All right, Jerome. You would now officially have 60 seconds to get a chat out there. Let's go. It will take an extra second or two before it comes up over here onto the StreamYard. So I will give you 62 seconds. Hopefully you didn't bail. I know you were here a good portion of the night. Let's go, Jerome. In the chat, Jerome, just say here or type anything in the chat. Jerome, you have 20 seconds.
Man, 30 seconds goes quick.
He may have left. That's the problem. Must be present to win.
Give someone else an opportunity.
All right, and it's 102. We'll give him to 110. That gets an extra few seconds. 8, 9, and 10. Two Brothers Treasure. What time? What up, Mark? All right.
Hello, Two Brothers.
Mark is got some of the best YouTube energy I've ever seen. Two Brothers Treasure. Here we go. Rolling again. Good luck, everybody. It better be me. I haven't even seen my name. Oh, there it went. Damn. Yo, it's going to be AEW, Adam.
Oh, Adam.
Right there.
Right on.
Adam, right there. Adam, you need to get a hold of Mr. Jeff here. So, Jeff, why don't you type in your email address so that Adam can get a hold of you?
Yeah, dropped. Just it's pretty easy. It's dropped and forgotten, all one word, at gmail.com. Or do you want me to type it, Shane?
I got you.
Okay. Sorry.
No, all good. Dropped and forgotten. Tell me when you see it go across the screen if that's correct.
Yeah. At gmail.com. There's a heart there. So did you put .com? Oh, yep. Yeah, you did. Okay, it's good.
Man, I'm telling you, my eyes are horrible. So I type once and hopefully I get it right. There you go, Adam. Send him an email and with your address, whatever that may be, since you said you're staying in your car, however it's best to get it to you. And you will get the beautiful railroad spike. Bud Files joining the chat late. So did Indiana Unearthed. Adam, how are you doing, sir? My condolences once again.
Hello, Adam. Bud Files.
But no, everybody, tonight was a super good crowd. Great conversation, Jeff. I definitely appreciate you coming in today. So everybody is aware, December the 11th, we're going to have Buckle Boy in, and I'm giving away one of his books. And if anybody wants to order one of his books, I'm gonna kick in on the shipping. So it will be a discount for Christmas if anybody wants that Relics book, which I highly recommend. I have not put it down since it's got here. Also, the members only content is going to roll. That is going to be the new focus for the year, is putting out more stuff for the members, along with and then besides member races, anybody that frequents the live streams is going to make sure that everybody's well taken care of. So today was awesome. Got to hang out with Jeff for a little bit. Jeff, I hope you don't mind. I might invite you back just to hang out. Good conversation. I'm sure we could have got a lot deeper into some things, but I did get to learn a little bit tonight, so that was cool.
Yeah, hopefully I didn't hog up too much of your time. But I'd come back anytime. I had a great time. I love the people out in the chat. Thank you for all your support. Thank you for the support you give Shane. It's great seeing you week in and week out. But yeah, I'll come back anytime. I love doing this. This was so much fun.
Yeah, it's awesome. I had other stuff to talk about, but I might save it for another day because it's real easy to get off on a tangent. Everybody have a great night. Look out for hashtag Monday Digs this week coming. Soon we're going to have a Practical Ken video, and we haven't had one of those in over a year, I think. So Keep your eyes open for that. And everybody that came in today, I appreciate you. Much love. Ed, thank you so much. Torchy, see you the next time. Taz, what's up, bro? Good to see you. And I will see you guys on Monday. Hashtag Monday Digs. Let's go.